Whispers of conspiracy, unimaginable wealth, and global influence. Few names evoke as much mystery and intrigue as Rothschild. A family whose fortune is so vast and so ancient that legends have grown around them. Did they really finance wars? Do they control central banks? How did they build such an empire? From the Jewish ghettos of Frankfurt to the grand palaces of Europe, the Rothschilds shaped history, financed revolutions, and built a dynasty like no other. Today, we uncover the secrets behind the richest and most influential family the world has ever known. The story begins in 1744, in the cramped Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany. A child named Meyer Amschel Rothschild was born into poverty. His father was a humble money changer and shopkeeper. But Meyer was ambitious and clever. He apprenticed at a banking house, learning the art of finance and trade. By the time he was in his 20s, Meyer returned to Frankfurt and took over his father's modest business. The shop had a red shield on the door, in German, Rothschild. This simple symbol would one day become synonymous with wealth and power. But in the 18th century, Meyer was just a small-time money changer. So, how did he transform a tiny shop into a global financial empire? Meyer Rothschild was not just smart, he was strategic. He realized that wealth alone wasn't enough. Connections were the key to power. He began building relationships with the aristocracy, offering financial advice and banking services. His big break came when he secured the favor of Prince William of Hesse-Kassel, one of the richest men in Europe. Meyer became the prince's trusted banker, managing his vast fortune. But he had bigger ambitions. He sent his 5 sons to different financial capitals across Europe. Amschel in Frankfurt, Salomon in Vienna, Nathan in London, Karl in Naples, James in Paris. This strategic move created a financial network unlike anything the world had ever seen. 5 brothers, 5 cities. But one powerful family. Through this network, they could move money faster than anyone else, using coded letters and couriers. They financed businesses, traded commodities, and most importantly, they financed governments. This was more than banking. This was power. The Rothschild didn't just make money. They made history. During the Napoleonic Wars, they played both sides, financing Britain against Napoleon while also funding other European powers. Their network allowed them to move gold across enemy lines, profiting from both victory and defeat. But their most legendary move came in 1815, during the Battle of Waterloo. Nathan Rothschild was in London, and he received news of Napoleon's defeat before anyone else, thanks to his network of couriers. According to legend, he rushed to the London Stock Exchange and sold his bonds, making it look like Britain had lost. Panic ensued, prices plummeted, and once they were at rock bottom, Nathan bought them all back. When the news of victory reached London, the value of the bonds skyrocketed, and Nathan made a fortune. Whether the story is true or exaggerated, one thing is certain: the Rothschild mastered the power of information and timing. They didn't just observe history, they influenced it. By the mid-19th century, the Rothschild were the richest family in the world. They dominated European finance, funding railways, mines, and major industries. They became bankers to kings and emperors, financing the British government, the Austrian Empire, and even the Vatican. Their influence wasn't just financial. It was political. They helped Britain purchase the Suez Canal, securing a crucial trade route. They financed major wars, including the Crimean War. And they were instrumental in creating national banks, including the Bank of England. Their wealth was so immense that no one knew the true extent of their fortune. Some speculated they controlled half the world's wealth. Others believed they were the puppet masters behind governments and revolutions. But how did they keep their empire intact? Through one powerful strategy: family unity. The Rothschild were not just bankers. They were visionaries. Meyer Rothschild knew that power could only be maintained through unity. He established strict rules for his descendants. Marry within the family to keep the fortune consolidated. Keep business secrets within the family circle. Always present a united front to the outside world. These rules kept the Rothschild empire intact for generations. Cousins married cousins, ensuring the wealth stayed within the family. Secrets were guarded fiercely, and they rarely gave interviews or revealed their strategies. This secrecy fueled rumors and conspiracy theories. Some said they controlled world governments. Others believed they could manipulate economies at will. But the truth was simpler: they were masters of discretion and loyalty. Today, the Rothschild are still one of the wealthiest families in the world. Their empire has evolved, with interests in banking, real estate, wine, and energy. They control Rothschild and Company, a global financial advisory firm. They own some of the world's most prestigious vineyards, including Chateau Lafite Rothschild. But they've also adapted to modern times, becoming more public and diversified. While they no longer have the same political influence as in the 19th century, they remain powerful behind the scenes. They continue to advise governments, fund multinational corporations, and shape global markets. Yet, they've maintained their most valuable asset, discretion. They no longer seek the limelight. But their influence endures. From the ghettos of Frankfurt to the palaces of Europe. From selling coins to financing empires. The Rothschild are more than just a family. They are a legend of wealth, power, and mystery. Their story is one of ambition, strategy, and secrecy. But also of survival, adaptation, and legacy. Will the Rothschild dynasty continue to shape the future? Or will they remain a shadowy power in the background? One thing is certain, the story of the Rothschild is far from over. And the world is still watching. If you were captivated by the secrets of the Rothschild dynasty, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep dives into powerful families, and share your theories in the comments below. Which powerful dynasty should we explore next? Let us know.